Hi, beautiful souls out there. I so appreciate the opportunity to communicate with you today. And I am sharing a story of mine and something I feel is something we might all can relate to. And it has to do with this quote that I have up on the board right here. And before I tell you this, I want to tell you this section. My whole life, I always knew I would die at 53. And I did. Now, I know I'm standing here. It's not like you're just seeing this, okay? Like, it's something of your imagination. I am still here, but it literally, it took place in the aspect of a growth and change of my spirit, of being truly awakened and reborn. I've always been an empath. I've always been able to feel deeply, and I could feel myself in the future my entire life, and I loved aging. I could see myself in the future in each year, and I longed to get there. And I never understood the longing to want to age until now. And so I'm getting ready to turn 54 in June. And a few weeks ago, I stood in this very spot at this very board as I was hosting a training, and I stood up to tell the story that I've told a zillion times when we were talking about one of the energy systems, chakra systems in particular. And as I stood up there telling my story, the same story I've told over and over, which was part of an energy block in my root chakra and caused me pain and difficulties in my life and even illness, I felt it. I knew that story was over and that part of me was gone. And it was interesting because a couple of days later, I walked with my best friend, Lisa, and I was telling her, I said, I felt like I died right there. And she knows the story about me, always thinking I'd die. I even had prepared letters for my children and everything. I knew I would die at 53. And as I was walking with her and I explained to her, I said, I feel like I died. It's a new birth. And it totally is. And it came from the fact that I did the work necessary, and it happened through the beautiful practice of yoga, divine inspiration, staying connecting to the divine and whatever that means for you. But looking within and finding out through many different books, genres, but really spending some time with self to see personal experiences that had happened to me that I held in my energetic field and that I told over and over to people on my path to healing. So truth heals. We know that. Truth heals. And as I unveiled the truth about experiences in my life, my part in them, other people's part in them, it set up this field. And it set up this field that attracted certain things and people to me, that created other experiences, until it created the very experience where I recognized that the story I'd been telling was all true and was supportive in the healing of in all my bodies. And we are not just this that you see. And then the story was not mine. It was done. That story was over. I was healed, so to speak, from that journey. It was over, and it had brought me to this point where I stand here again, right in this very spot, and I feel like I have a different energy. That energy field has been cleansed and is gone, and the things that I'm attracting now are unbelievable. That what was so incredible is that when that energy field, when that old me died, experiences immediately came to me to support me in this new energetic body and this new field that I had created. So in this quote right here, it says, "The stories you tell over and over shape you and your world in profound ways." That cannot be more true. It says, if you're living a story that brings you pain, pay attention to your words. Be aware of the ways in which you tell and retell this story. This is such a big deal. Then stop telling it and craft a new one that you adore, a story that you want. What do you want to create in your life? And so it does happen in more than one step, meaning there was no way to get rid of that old part of me, which created all kinds of manifestations of chronic illnesses and autoimmune illnesses, until they didn't. Until all the experiences I had viewed and took the pieces that were to build me and strengthen me and help me overcome them, and then it was no longer necessary. I didn't need to hold any of that in my field anymore because it had served its purpose. So if you're watching this video, and we all have had experiences, we've all had pain, I don't want to use the word challenge, but if you want to know self, if you want to know what you contain, spend some time with it. Take time, and for me, it's on my mat, to sit with self and unveil what you're supposed to learn from the experiences that you're having, and then continue to follow down that road of seeing any habitual patterns and making the changes necessary, and until eventually all those experiences, especially the ones that cause you pain, because those are the ones I guarantee you, if you sat with them, they moved you forward. Now, if you haven't sat with them, you're probably still running from them. Take time to sit with them. Take time to experience them. As my friend Lisa said the other day, I don't think there's any way to skip that piece. And not that you have to relive every painful part of an experience, but you have to have awareness of it and feel it, so that you can begin to move past it and see things. And once you've seen all you can, that piece will pass on, and your energy field will change, and you'll begin to attract the things that are in the new part of me. So I am excited to be reborn at 50, almost 54. And so I share this, is that be mindful of the words you speak, and start to see how they're affecting your life. And that if you take that time to sit with self, you're cultivating yourself. That time on the mat, you're cultivating who you are, and you're being able to get past old patterns and things and bring forward that new you. I'm looking forward to my first birthday as the new you. We so appreciate you as patrons and viewers and soul guides, and we'd love to hear back from you.